Welcome to the Concord Food Co-op Fresh Start Farm Daycare Center.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad we have that map of the U.S. That is awesome. That is great.
Do me a favor, kids. Find Vermont.
Yeah. As a running gag.
Yeah. Well, the last guest took it back to Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Well, that's all right.
Yeah,
Vermont is represented
Do
in
you
Costa
have a
Rica.
woodworker at the co-op that can make Vermont so we can put it in?
I think that's going to be me.
Wow.
Thank you.
We'll make it from cheese.
Greg's back from the Concord Food Co-op.
Good morning.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm looking at the weather going, ooh, okay. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
It's not humid.
Yep, very nice.
I'm all over that. So what's shaking at the co-op?
Well, thank you for asking. You'll notice you have a piece of blueberry pie.
I was going to ask.
Earlier, I heard you two saying for breakfast you were having clam chowder. So I thought, have the clam chowder after your blueberry pie. I grabbed something for you now that's fresh from our bakery.
Awesome.
We use local eggs and milk at the bakery. Everything's baked fresh daily, so
I always get
enjoy.
scared when people
It is my favorite pie.
when guests bring something.
It's
That's
not
okay.
It's not bacon and eggs and toast.
I
That's
don't-
all right.
I
No.
don't do that.
Pan fries. But
I'll eat
it's-
blueberry pie any time of
have
day or night.
your clam chowder after your
This is
fresh.
usually my breakfast.
Yeah.
Coffee, So this is, wow.
I know.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We're running down on the promotion at the store.
For August.
The rounded up at the register.
There you
Nice.
go. For this month.
For this month's recipient of this crisis center, and I checked in this morning. They're at 3,200. So again, it will be a record-breaking
awesome.
month.
That is
another
so
record-breaking month if that continues. Which it
You people
should.
are responding
Thank
famously.
you, Co-op
This
customers.
is great.
This
That's
has been a
great.
great month because every time you shop at the co-op this month and you round up, you get to select the nonprofit of your choice. You get a little heart. You put it on the board. You won't believe all the stars that are on that board. So
that's
many
great.
people are rounding up. It's been very, very well received as a program. The nonprofit community is exceptionally grateful, and the community in general that the co-op is doing this. The co-op is facilitating it, but it is our clients, our customers that come in that are actually, the people that are making this all happen.
And
Right.
they're
It is.
picking
It's great.
the recipients for next year, the 12.
Yes, the
Yes,
top
that's
12.
what you're
There you
voting
go.
on
The
this
top
month.
12 will be the 12 months of next year. They will be
That's
the
great.
recipients of next year. And it's a close race. So if you have a nonprofit that you really like to support, then I'd go in.
You
and
have till the 31st?
You have till the 31st.
Okay.
Buy a piece of pie and,
Yep.
So
And then
say
every time I
round
go
up
in, I can vote.
Well, we're restricting it to daily because some individuals
Okay,
are
daily,
going in and
gotcha.
out,
All
in and
right,
out. So daily, yes.
Yeah, we'll have none of that.
Now,
We'll have
if
none
it's a
of that,
legitimate purchase and you come in and you buy your breakfast and then you come back for your lunch and dinner,
Right.
But simply walking in and out was not
Walk
really,
in and buy a comb.
yeah, not
Walk
really,
in, okay, fine.
not really the spirit of the program.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I got you. Wow. All right. And who's next month?
Next month, I think, is in town Concord.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
This morning we're going to talk. We have new signs. Ooh, I like these. Fresh Start Farm.
Yeah.
3.1 miles from the co-op. So you're the center of the universe now, right?
Yes.
We measure everything from the co-op.
That's
Well,
no,
local.
it's a
It's
beautiful
all,
thing. It's all local. Just
No, I
to
like
show
that.
you.
Local, supporting local farmers.
I like that.
I had the opportunity to go out to Fresh Start Farm probably about a month ago. Really, really cool. And so as soon as I went out there and talked to Jameson and met some of the farmers out there, I said, okay, this is a great topic. And we have their produce at the co-op starting this month.
Okay.
So you have the opportunity to now shop at the co-op, and once you hear about this program, purchase their produce at the co-op and support this program.
And
That's
Jameson's in the house, and Alice is in the house as well. This is where you get to talk now for 20 minutes. Have fun.
Yeah.
We're going to go now. Alice moved to Concord from the Congo back in 2013. 3 children. Yep, they're there. Has been farming in New Hampshire since she moved here. And Jameson is the program manager for the New American Sustainable Agriculture Project, a program of ORIS. He grew up in New Hampshire, spent time managing organic vegetable farms and a farm-to-table restaurant and bakery. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
And anybody who likes farm-to-table or likes local knows the story about Fresh Start Farm, around here anyway. But a lot of people don't. I mean, it's a great story.
Yeah, it's we started the organization is the Organization for Immigrant and Refugee Success. We're out of Manchester. we have a farm in Dunbarton that we've been growing on for 8 years.
Right.
And now we've just started working in Concord, leasing some land, because there's a lot of new Americans in Concord.
right.
So we're expanding to this area to help
So you can do the
support
same
them.
thing?
Same exact thing.
No
Yep,
kidding.
it's just
Well,
growing.
yeah, you've got a. It's like McDonald's. You got a blueprint.
Right.
Where you can just take it down the road.
Yeah.
Good.
And well, the interesting thing too, how many farmers do you have there, and what's your wait list? I found that fascinating.
Yeah, so in our Concord farm, we have 24 growers. And then in Dunbarton, we have 9 growers. And we have over 20 families that are waiting to sign up and get involved.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is
a lot of
wonderful.
folks, were farmers back in their home
I was
going to
say, they're taking their experience with them to the United States. So it's like, let's take the gifts that you have and put them to work for us.
So it's more just kind of helping them adapt to the climate, adapt to the markets that we have here, different crops, different pricing, different presentation. But then they're also bringing a lot of them have brought their own seeds from back home. And we've even had researchers from Vermont reach out to do tests on specifically their Indian corn, because it's adapting to growing in the Northeast, and what can they learn from that corn compared to sweet corn or Western corn that is grown here. And it's really kind of it's really interesting.
And I would assume, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would assume that if they were from the Congo, you've got some people here. The Congolese community that was there is now here, and so it's a nice way for them to help assimilate into society and
Right.
work their way in.
Yeah, and have each other to help support
Sure.
each other.
Right.
So,
Now, what's their reaction when they first till New Hampshire soil?
What do you think, Alice? What's the difference?
Compared to digging in the
look at the
Congo.
rocks.
Yeah, I know. Look, there's nothing but rock. How do you grow on rocks?
Yeah.
How different is the soil compared to back home? Do you notice a big difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Color, or
yeah.
what's different about it?
I think so. I have big difference when I plant soil from African and soil from this country, American, is big difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
We grow big rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're very good at it.
Yeah.
So what was also interesting out at their farm is just the way they plant is completely different. There's corn growing up between beans, and I have this thing, everything has to be in rows and structured and everything,
Yep.
and it's a lot more random. It's like, wow, that's really cool, because they don't have little rows and stuff. So even the way that they farm and grow is different. And also what was fascinating is a lot of them wanted to get into farming because they cannot buy the produce that they're used to from their own country. So they're growing
sense.
very
Nice.
unique
Makes
things.
sense.
And if
Yep.
you go out there, when they walk you through, it's like, oh, this, what was it, a cucumber that gets like 2 feet long or
Right,
something,
yeah.
and they pickle them, and it's like, how do you pickle that? But anyway.
So what's the benefit of okay, Greg and I, corn row, but you're doing corn, beans, and it's all interspersed. What's the advantage to that?
Yeah, there's a couple different things. One would be maximizing space. So most of these growers have a quarter acre over there
Okay.
in Concord, so they're trying to use every square inch to be able to grow in.
Gotcha.
Another thing is the way that one of their big crops is amaranth. And here we look at it as pigweed. We treat it, in America we treat that as a weed. We
Right.
cultivate it, we spray it.
Yeah.
What's interesting is they'll sow beans or corn, and then they'll plant this weed, and it grows up so quick that it shades out traditional weeds. But they're cutting
it.
that and selling it for $5 a bunch. So it's really, really smart.
Really?
Wow.
I'm learning tons from
I
it.
like
Yeah.
I like the natural weed control aspect of
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not the plan was not to do it to beat weeds. It was
Right.
to maximize space, but it's kind of like, I'm looking at it as like, wow, you just, taught me how to beat down weeds.
No,
You
no.
just gave us a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, what are some of the crops that they were raising in the Congo that were not available here that they want to plant?
Alice, what are some of the things that that you brought here to America that you like to plant here for seeds from home?
From my country.
Yeah, like the type of corn or different beans.
Yeah, and eggplant.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
African
Okay.
eggplant.
Yep.
Which are small. They're like golf
It's
ball
sm- yeah.
size.
Oh,
but
nice.
it's-
Small
but it's
eggplant.
good
Yeah.
when you eat.
Yeah, so
Yummy.
we're used to the
The big, huge,
eggplant.
yeah, right,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, but not small, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do they
nice.
taste the same?
Yeah, a little bit sweet,
No.
almost like a cucumber, right? A little
Really?
Yeah, like
Ooh.
cucumber.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's intriguing.
Wow. Now, beans, a different kind of beans in the Congo?
Yes.
Really? Did you bring those with you?
No, but I have a lot of picture.
Yeah, a lot of folks grow a lot of shell beans.
Okay.
I like
and
shell beans.
Specifically, the corn has gone through so many hands. Do you know where did you get your corn seed from?
Congo.
Was it from someone here, or did you have it shipped over?
Sheep.
You have it shipped
Okay.
over.
And was the corn for flour? That was that right? Do I
Yeah,
remember
it's
that
like
correctly?
essentially like an Indian corn that we're kind of used to here. But you don't mill it. You just eat it either raw or cook it, right? And what they'll do is they'll freeze a lot of it. We have people from Massachusetts that come up just to buy this corn because there's a lot of immigrants in Massachusetts that can't get their hands on this. So we can get $1 or $2 an ear for this corn, and they'll put it in the freezer and they'll eat it all year long.
Wow.
Same with the amaranth. So they make a good deal of their income from these ethnic crops. And at this point, the American food or the American vegetables, Western veg,
Right.
is more subsidizing the African ethnic crops. So it's kind of an interesting.
And they're farming for themselves. I mean, they keep the money, or
yeah.
or how does that work?
Yeah. So my time and our staff time is paid for by the USDA. We have it's a beginner farmer and rancher program grant that funds us, and then we have some outside donations that help, and we do a CSA. All that money minus 10%, the organization still holds for marketing. But we take care of all the CSA. We do all wholesale distribution. We help set them up for farmers markets, do technical assistance throughout the winter, do classes. So yeah, it's a full gig.
Does every state have programs like this in place?
So our program kind of.
Or are we leading the way?
Excuse me. No, we are not quite leading the way, but in Maine, for example, Cultivating Communities, they started out in Portland, Lewiston area, and some of the growers there broke off and started this in New Hampshire.
Okay, great.
There's groups in Minnesota, there's groups in Michigan, Pennsylvania. So the program is the New American Sustainable Agriculture Program. That's the USDA who put that together. They saw these folks coming.
They saw
they saw the skills that they have. And they wanted to help bring them up.
Are we when when you came here, when others came, are they looking at some of the stuff we grow and going, seriously, what is that?
What are you doing?
Yeah, like what? What do we grow that they're looking at going, what is that?
Swiss chard, kale, lettuce. I think a big thing with lettuce is it gets so hot there that
it would bolt.
It just
Sure.
bolts.
Right.
So they don't eat a lot of salad, and then
Sure.
they come here and see that there's such a big demand, and it's quite, reasonably speaking, it's decent money or easy money. So teaching them about new production like that.
You can't take somebody who just moved from the Congo and say, welcome to America, here's some kale. Come on. They're going to be running back. You can't say, this is our big product.
How many hours do you work a day farming or a week farming? Do you know how much time you're spending in the field farming?
Yeah. Can you repeat the question, please?
How many hours a day do you work on your farm?
Oh, like 6 hours.
Is it easy?
Yep.
You find it easy? Wow. Do you find farming easy, Peter?
I know.
But no. But some people that come from a different culture than we do, to them it's no big deal. You just go out and you do it. But trying to get people to work on the farm now. You want me to bend over and pick beans on that row? Seriously?
Yeah.
They don't want to do it. But other people just, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
How diverse is the group that is out there farming?
Just at our Concord farm, we have probably folks from 6 different countries,
Nice.
5 different languages.
How many do you speak?
English.
Okay.
So I rely a lot on people like Alice, or
Yeah.
there's some people who speak no English at all, and it's a lot of using pictures and pointing and talking really, really slow.
That's the way Greg and I usually do the show.
That's a piece of pie.
Yeah. Wow.
But we help each other, and we use WhatsApp on our phones, and we have translators on there. So if I'm like in a jam,
nice.
I can go on there, and then a translator will help translate for me.
Now we have to take a break, but the property you bought additional property.
We bought a farm in Dunbarton.
Yep.
And then we're leasing land in Concord.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Planning to expand in Concord?
Concord, we have 2 more acres that we could till into.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. 2 more acres
in that same spot.
Yeah.
And then beyond there, yes, we are.
Now, how many
actively looking.
people could take advantage of that extra 2 acres? Can you break that up?
We could break it up to a dozen or so people.
Wow, no
What
kidding.
the issue would be is if we break it up too much, then in some cases the farmers would be kind of competing with each other.
Okay.
Nice.
So there's only so speaking of pie, there's only so many cuts of the pie
Sure,
to make
sure.
it worth their time.
Oh, nice analogy. That's good.
So really, the next step would be to get a lot more acreage and start using some type of mechanization. Right now, we don't use any there's no tractors.
Right.
There's, it's hand weeding, it's hand tools.
Right.
So to be able to till up a big spot and do big crops of corn or big crops of shell beans.
Do you have input as to what they plant to make sure that everybody's not planting corn and everybody's not planting beans?
Sort of. I mean, it's up to them. A lot of folks take what they want home to eat too. So,
Okay.
I mean, I advise them in what crops are popular, what seasons, what markets will be saturated if you plant all your tomatoes at once, or if you do too much beans, or one thing that we need to work on a lot is just rotation and succession. It's once you get your plants in the ground, it's very easy to get overwhelmed, but to be able to go back and have a couple rounds of beans coming or a couple rounds of cues coming is
Alice,
important.
When we're done here, will you come and weed my garden with me today?
Wow.
I've got big weeds. I need help.
She'll have it done in 20 minutes.
We have to take a break. We will be back right after this. Okay, Greg, if you really want to impress me now,
Yes.
speak Lingala.
Okay. Sorry, I won't be able to impress you today.
Oh, okay. That's
But on the break, you were saying that right after the show, you're going to actually harvest or pick for the co-op.
Yeah.
What are you currently bringing into the co-op? What's available there for?
Yeah, so we are very, very fortunate to be able to have the co-op support us throughout this whole month of August. And so far, we've brought tons of kale, tons of chard, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, potatoes, basil.
eggplants or eggplants?
Yeah, Italian eggplants.
Okay,
Yeah, none of the Africans one yet. Patrick says he's a little bit nervous. Maybe this show will change things. Maybe we can try them out or sample them. But
Okay.
Today, after the show, we're going to be heading over there, and we have to pick chard today. He wants purple peppers. He wants a bunch of tomatoes, parsley.
What are you talking about for tomatoes?
What type of tomatoes?
Yeah.
The variety's called Trust. It's an organic hoop house variety.
Yeah.
But just your standard,
Okay.
Whopper size tomatoes. But we're growing a lot of Amish paste over there. We have tons of different sun golds and cherry tomatoes.
Ooh, love cherries.
And the co-op has done a great job at putting in new signage that have Fresh Start all over it. So you'll be able to easily find our products if you want to help support these farmers.
Now, if somebody wanted to come out and see the farm, is that possible?
Yes, the Concord farm is a little bit more difficult because we're actually leasing land from the St. Paul's school.
Mm-hmm.
Once they're into school and stuff, it's like we really try to minimize traffic just to our farmers.
Gotcha. Yep.
But the Dunbarton farm we own, and if you were to look us up online, freshstartfarmsnh.com, and send us an email if you wanted to come visit, just give us a heads up. That's no problem. We'd love to show you around. We someone donated a little tiny house that we have there.
Oh, nice.
We've got a big, nice new wash station that we just built this year, and it's 56 acres, so it's a really cool property out in Dunbarton. Yeah.
How much of that are you using?
We're growing on about 7 acres.
Okay.
It's a lot of hills, a lot of rocks, and we just got that property last year. We've been leasing it for a while, but the family was able to sell it to us at a very discounted rate, which is very helpful.
Great.
So with that, those farmers were able to then put in a well because they were collecting rainwater to irrigate.
That's right.
We were able to put in electricity.
Yep.
So it was a massive, for almost 10 years, these folks had no power, no running water, and were, going to markets 5 days a week, doing, 100-person CSA. So that's where I'm hoping that I can add a layer of mechanization or help fundraise for equipment so we can make it more efficient and allow them to make more money and spend more time with their family without.
Given, and we're going to have to run, but
Sure.
given the geography, any thought of livestock?
Funny you said that. We just got a feasibility grant from the USDA to start looking into goat production.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
I
big
thought so.
market for that.
Wow. Fresh Start Farm, it's a great story. Learn more about it at the co-op.
Yes, absolutely. Go on in and purchase.
Excellent. Greg, you bring the best people.
Well, once I met them, I said absolutely. They're on the show.
Thank you. And thank you for the blueberry pie. This is great.
Yeah.
Have a great Labor Day weekend.
If you're in the mood for real food, it's Concord Food Co-op.